Jacksonville. Appreciate their job on the last one. They didn't destroy the truck, so last two. So we're back here again. So this is the Eibach 2.6 inch rear HD springs and the 1.6 inch front springs. So we're going to take a quick measurement here before we install the 2.7 inch front Eibach springs. Let's see if I can do this in the rain here. So right now we've got, let's see, roughly 7 and like 1/16 or 1/8 in the back. And in the front, we're looking pretty low here. We're at right about 5 and the 16th or 5 and an 1/8, give or take, on the passenger side. And on the driver's side, we've got a little more, so 5.5 maybe, give or take, on the driver. And on the rear passenger, we've got 7 and an 1/8 here. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes back with the 2.7 inch Eibach fronts. Should give it that level look and a little bit more clearance for the 38s. Here's a side profile here. Front driver. All right, we'll see what she looks like. There she is, up on the lift. Front wheels off. Let's see, it looks like they got one on. Got wrap over here. Looking pretty good. Nice wheels on it. Looks like she's on the ground. Looking pretty good so far. What's up? How'd it go, man?
Tighten everything up. We're going to put it on the alignment rack.
Alright, they're about to pull her out and put her on the alignment rack. See what she looks like. Subscribe for more of this. Looking mean. Great level. The monster truck. Alright, so the alignment's done. All green boxes, so shout out to my man Tristan at 4-Wheel Parts for getting it dialed in. And these very, very meaty, old school ATV whole shot style knobby tires. So it's coming down, test drive and final adjustments, if any, and then she's all mine. I'm so excited, looks so good. Oh. F the factory rake, man. Level of where it's at. Alright, just coming off the alignment rack. Going for a test drive. Hopefully tucks the mirrors in. Otherwise it's gonna be a sad day for me. Maybe tucks them in. Rubbing. Oh, looks good so far. Woo. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at that poke, man. Look at that sweet ratchet strap holding the 37 under. Gotta see if I can get a 30 under there now. Even if I can't though, by the time I blow a 38, that new 37 will be about the same size, so. Oh my goodness. I can stare at that rear end pretty much all day. Sorry, sweetheart. This one's got speed. Oh yeah. She's all done. 4-Wheel Parts has been really good to actually work with, guys. They even paint pen all the bolts they touch, so you can kind of go under and check to make sure that nothing's loosening up over time. I think they do like a free check too after 1,000 miles or something. If you want to bring it back, they'll check all the bolts and everything and the torque. But we do all that ourselves, so we'll check the paint pen, check the marks, maybe make our own. But definitely recommend the guys over here at 4-Wheel Parts in Jacksonville. Especially Tristan, man, he is the man. So, oh my goodness, she's looking so mean. They actually have 2 different people go out and drive it. So the tech that works on your truck will take it for a test drive after he dials in the alignment and make any adjustments, and then his supervisor will go out and take it for a test drive highway, city, and make sure it's driving true and driving straight. So they definitely dot their I's here. They don't just take it off the alignment rack and give it to you and say, here you go. So, very cool stuff. There's Tristan there. He's the man with the plan. All right, alignment done, test drive done. We are gonna do some quick measurements here. And mind you, I do have the old front springs, the 1.6 inch in the truck bed. So maybe that's squatting us down by a hair or 2. I don't know. Let's see what the travel is here in the back. We're at about 7 and almost an 1/8, so 7 and about 1/16, give or take. The rear passenger, and now the front passenger. Let's see, we're at roughly, look at that. So we're at 6 and almost 5/8, so 9/16, give or take. So a little bit higher in the back on the passenger side based on the way we're positioned, but let's see what the driver's side looks like. So yeah, we're a little higher here because we're not on perfectly level ground. So we're at 6 and a little more than almost 7/8. Let's say, what's the next step up from 3/4? 13/16, I think. So right about 6 and 13/16 there. And the rear driver, we are right at about 7, basically on the nose, maybe a hair, half a hair. So yeah, I think it's clear, even though we're not parked on perfectly level ground, The rear is still slightly taller than the front, so super happy about that. Hopefully you can get a visual here of what she looks like. Again, with the 2.7 inch front Eibach and the 2.6 inch rear HD Eibach. And we're about to take her for a drive and see how she does. Woo, I'm excited.
Whoa. Check this out. Looking so good. Whoa. Never a dull moment.
How's she look?
She looks great.
What?
Looks so good, yeah.
That's right, to the left, right? And if I tell you to turn all the way passenger, to the right. Good job. When you get in, lower the window too, okay?
Okay.
My trusty assistant, my first lieutenant, my firstborn, is gonna assist. Good job. Figured out the windows. Nice work. Okay. So go ahead and fire it passenger for me.
All the way?
Yeah. All right. So you can see the amount of clearance we have in the front. We got quite a bit in the front. In the back, not so much. But I'll show you what we've done here. So we've trimmed up, and obviously you can make this look a lot nicer than this, but I'm not super crazy about the aesthetics of this. I don't really care all that much. But if you pull the wheel well liner off and trim all this pinch weld up and then put the wheel well liner back on and use a heat gun, I think you can kind of heat it and mold it and make it look nice and pretty. And yeah, I wish we would have done that, but it's not the end of the world. It is. Hey, Chan, just leave it there, okay? Just let it go. There you go. No, don't move the wheel, okay? So we trimmed a ton of this. I mean, you can see we've trimmed a lot of it, right? Obviously the plastic and then the pinch weld. We may need to do a tiny bit more here, maybe, but there's not much more material to work on, and we might maybe do a little more here. We have a lot of material there to still trim if we want to. But this is kind of where it's hitting, is like right here. So if you see, we are almost into the cab. I imagine right behind here is the cab. And we've touched it up with some black spray paint so we can monitor, you know, if there's any rubbing. Where it is, and kind of make some more adjustments and make some more trim as needed. So this is the driver's side, so I'll take you over to the passenger side real quick, and see if I can get beautiful. Can you turn slowly, driver, for me? So you'll be able to see how close we are here. Not a lot of room. A little bit quicker than that. Oh wow, the extra lift definitely helped out a lot. There was almost no clearance there before. Okay, stop. I'm gonna go back over to the driver's side so we can see how this looks when you turn in. Okay, keep going. Probably didn't need to actually trim that much, maybe. It was literally like a millimeter or two before we did the lift. So, all right, so look, so right there you've got, man, focus here. You've got like, closest point is like right, I can put my finger right here so I can get a full finger in there, sideways, no problem. And then it kind of gets a little tight if I move my finger up more, so. But this is plastic, I can trim that some more. Well, we actually have a decent amount of space there between, which we can see, the pinch weld and the, yeah, not too bad. So definitely more than we had before. So the 1 inch extra lift definitely made a difference. Okay, turn it slowly, passenger. Well, you can turn it normally, passenger. Just normal. Just turn it passenger how you normally would. Yep, solid. See how much clearance we have there. Quite a bit in the front. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so we're still pretty close over here. This is the passenger side, obviously. Probably a centimeter of clearance there. Just enough to get my finger in there, basically. Maybe my pinky. Yeah, pinky finger clears. So might have to do a little more trimming there. We'll see. There is quite a bit more material there to trim, so I'm not too worried about that. But we also trimmed a little bit of the fender, just a little, and maybe notched the little 8mm or 7mm head there. I can't remember. I think it's an 8. And so yeah, that's pretty much all the trimming we've done. We kind of made our own front wheel well liner guys here because these are removed from the fact, or when you put the new bumper on, but we kind of put them back on and trimmed them so we could still keep some of the mud out of our engine bay. All right, sweetheart, turn it straight. Straight. See the red line at the top? Okay, you need to go 1 full rotation to the left, to the driver. All the way around. Good job. That's good. All right, let's see what it looks like from the front here. Looking mean. A little bit of poke there. A little bit of poke here. Woo! Man, she looks good. She looks so good with you in it too, Cease. I wish one day, I wish she was a little bit older so I could give her this truck and she could take this thing to school. Oh yeah, nice shirt, Jan. Look at that. Show it to us again. Oh yeah. Beautiful. I love it. So she's right about level, maybe a touch higher in the back, which is perfect for adding a little gear back there, and good to go. What's up, guys? I'm gonna just add this to the Eibach 2.7-inch front spring install with the 38s because I just want to cover all my bases. So before, I'm not gonna get into all this, but you can see we have a lot of extra weight in the front with the inner chiller tank and the actual inner chiller. It's like 40 or 50 pounds. And then we have the light bars, we have the winch, 12,000 pound winch. We got the behind the grill lights. We got all these things. I'll eventually do a video of what a T-Rex with 40,000 plus in money spent looks like. It looks something like this, but we also got, oh, I gotta take these out. We're also loaded back here, right? We've got the Huracan Fab tailgate storage box, which is awesome. Loaded up with a ton of stuff. Discount in the description below for that. And we've got the deck system, also a discount code and a link. The rack shower rinse kit, which is fully loaded with 5 gallons of water, fully loaded, also a discount. Anyways, you get the picture. We have a ton of weight back here and in the front. So, and also everything in here, 3 car seats, a ton of stuff under the back seat. So I'm not gonna get into all that, but we have a ton of extra weight that's gonna bring the truck down a little bit, but we're still gonna take some measurements anyways. We're on the 38-inch Yokohama Geolanders. This is a 37.7 or 37.6 inflated height, so almost a full 38. And we have the 2.7-inch Eibach fronts, and we are gonna do, let's see if I can put this thing on the tripod here. Maybe not. Come on, there we go. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm gonna do at the bash plate, which is only throttle rig now, due to what we did to it at Windrock. But so at the middle of the bash plate to the ground, we are at 15 and almost a half. So that's quite a bit of ground clearance over stock. And then we'll do, why not, at the control arm. Now I think this is one thing that's helping us not blow CVs so much like everybody else. We've actually never blown a CV And so at the lowest point of the control arm, we're at 11 3/8. Is it lower in the back? Maybe 11 1/4. Oh, this little corner, this little is 11. So 11 is the lowest point of the control arm. So we think that, and this is just a kind of a guess, but since we're not just raising the truck 3 inches in the front and sticking with the 35s, we're also raising, increasing the tire size. So we're kind of raising everything, right? We've raised the springs almost 3 inches in the front, now 2.7, and we've raised the tire size like 3 inches, right? So obviously it is not 3 inches on the bottom of the tires, 1.5 inches on the bottom, 1.5 inches on the top. So we've raised the truck from the ground by 1.5 inches, going from 35s to 38s. And we've raised the body, right, via the springs by 2.7 inches. So we're, the CVs are not as unhappy as they would be if we just raised, if we just did the springs, 3-inch springs, and then that's it. But we're also raising the, increasing the tire size. So hopefully that helps. Do the oil pan, skid plate, we're at, to the ridge, 15 3/8. So we're solid 15 inches so far. Yeah. So this is a pretty low point on the truck for sure. It's so low, it's lower than my camera tripod. The shock mount with the shock skid. This is an SDHQ shock skid that has taken a beating. And this is a very low point. It was like 6 1/4, I think, stock. So this is 8 1/2. So we've got 8 1/2 inches of ground clearance at our lowest spot, which is definitely the lowest spot, is the shock skid. And we'll go around the back and just do a quick check of the pumpkin, which is wrapped in a Fouts Motorsports differential cover skid plate. So this is at lowest point 10 7/8. So, and I don't know if, 10 7/8, almost 11 at the lowest point of that. And then we'll do one last check of my little hitch skid here. See where we're at. We will not include the mud and clay from Windrock. 20, the lowest part is 21 5/8 right there. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of approximate ground clearance with this setup. Obviously we've got, basically like the biggest tire you can put on here without serious trimming and modifications. And I think the biggest lift they sell, right, except for a geyser, I think might be 3 inches in the front, so it might have a little bit on this one. But anyway, so there you go, guys. That's the quick ground clearance measurements for our setup. Stay tuned, guys, because we're also going to do a quick little video on how to get a 37-inch spare tire into your factory tire location, factory spare location. And we're also going to see if we can fit a 38 down here without any modifications. So that's the quick shot of how much clearance we have with the 37, and we will see if we can do it with a 38. I don't know if it can be done, but we're gonna find out and we're gonna let you guys know. So stay tuned for that, guys. All right, Cece, you wanna sign this one off? I don't know what we're gonna call this. We'll call this Rick and Chan's crazy raw review installation of 38s, wheel spacers, and a 3-inch lift, basically all around.
We've all heard it of the 38,
38? Say it.
38.
Come on, give me a little bit of excitement.
38.
All right, I'll take it.
38.
38s! Woo! Jago, 38s! Whoa! 10 seconds, it says. Oh, it's coming in!